It was rumored that the ancient mountains in the Paris area hid many secrets. One of them was tied to a mysterious tavern called Les Ombres Rouges, the Red Shadows, which was located in the darkness of their depths. This pub was a gathering place for those who had no other starting point, and this haunting history is dedicated to them. In the 18th century, during the time of Queen Marie Antoinette, Paris was dominated by luxury and extravagance. But not all residents had the opportunity to live in such prosperity. Many young women from poor families were forced to become prostitutes in order to survive. Les Ombres Rouges was where these women came to get some income. The pub was special in that there were paintings of beautiful women seemingly inviting customers. But these images had a special ability. Anyone who looked at them longer saw dark secrets in the past of these women. The paintings documented the woes and suffering of those who came to the pub. One cold evening, a young man named Pierre came to the tavern. He was handsome and rich, but his heart was broken. He fell in love with a prostitute named Isabella, who was one of those who worked there. He bought a painting that depicted her face and began to look at it often. Gradually, he began to see the stories of suffering she had experienced, and his love for her was strengthened by his desire to help her. Pierre began to visit Isabelle more often. Together, they planned her escape from the pub and a new life outside of Paris. But Isabella's mother, the old lady of the tavern, began to suspect their plans. Madame was known for her dark power, which kept her in the pub almost unrecognized for centuries. When she discovers that her best prostitute is planning to run away, she decides to use her power to the fullest. One evening, when Pierre returned to the tavern, he found Isabella on the floor, lifeless. Her face was carved at the bottom of the painting, and the madam stood by her with dark eyes and an evil laugh. Pierre was broken, and his heart filled with despair. That day, Les Ombres Rouges lost its power, and the pub was destroyed in public view. No one ever went into this room that held so many dark secrets. Les Ombres Rouges became just a memory of a scary time in the history of Paris, when prostitutes fought for a better life and the tavern hid their suffering. As for Pierre, he is left alone with his pain and fear of the darkness he experienced in Les Ombres Rouges. He never forgot Isabella and her face, which remained etched in his heart and memory forever.